camera all fuzzy. When it comes crashing down in an ocean soul. Where's the third one? Oh no, this is the first time that one of them's missing. Yeah, that's never happened before. Three tabbies. Where's the third tabby? Maybe he went off to go look for food somewhere else. They're still hungry and thirsty. I got 2 more waters left. Man, where's your friend, guys? Hope he's alright. Probably. Oh, they're so loving with each other. They find this and friend. You know, these street cats don't have much, so they really rely on each other. Oh, there you are. I'm worried about you. I thought you didn't make it. Where's the third tabby? Cat feeding man. Fight for the cats. Fight for the cats. Hey, Samantha Lafarge. Aloha. She's talking about Hulk Hogan. He's like my childhood hero. And I know I heard it quote somewhere before about like when your childhood heroes die, part of you also, you know, doesn't die, but part of you like realizes how life is not forever, at least not currently it isn't. Maybe they'll fix that in the coming years. Either way, I plan to live to be over 100. Cannabis made me not do that, made me too passive. Right. So normally, you know, you guys, I'm feeding the cats every morning at daybreak, but I'm also feeding them this evening and on the weekends and the evenings too. And this guy's walking right into this. What are you throwing in the trash or something? Sorry to interrupt your trash dump. Hey, Katie. These are the sweet, sassy church cats. I'm gonna pull up on the sidewalk, make it easier. There should be 4. I might only see one of them. Hey, sweetie. What's up, guys? You guys didn't think it was gonna feed you? There you are. There's 3. And then we just need me some sassy. Hey, sweeties. I'll move your water closer. Here. We can go a little bit further. You're the sweetest, huh? I got you. Hey, guys. Are your neighbors still talking smack about your sleep schedule? What was I talking about that this morning? Well, they've always done that, you know, in Hawaii too, because they say like, you know, it's a positive attribute, so he wakes up early. Some people want to like discredit me waking up early. My whole life, people have tried to paint an inaccurate picture about me to feel better about themselves, and that's a great example. How I've woke up at 4 or 5 a.m. every day for the last 6, 7 years. And that's a real positive thing, waking up early, getting things accomplished early. It shows that you don't drink alcohol, right? Because nobody who drinks alcohol wakes up at 5 a.m. every day. So I haven't had drink alcohol in years, 7 years. I've woken up early every day. So people will try to discredit that to make themselves feel better. So they'll be like, "Oh, you must stay up all night." So people would always say that. "Oh, if he's up at 5 a.m., he must stay up all night." But really, that's a projection of themselves. They look in the mirror and they see somebody that could never wake up at 5 a.m. every day. You know, because when you wake up at 5 a.m. every day, you learn that hardly anybody. If you're the type of person that doesn't wake up at 5 a.m., you will never wake up. You'll never be up at that time, unless you're like driving somebody to the airport or catching a flight or some rare thing that you would be up at 5 a.m. So the people that do wake up at 5 a.m. every day, you know what it's like. There's a certain look that you have. It's like you're tired and the sun's not even out. But you're up doing what you need to get done, whether that's going to your sales job, whether that's feeding cats, whatever it is, you're a winner and you're winning. And you're working hard towards a goal. There's two types of people in this world, winners and losers. Winners have a dedicated goal that they work towards every day, or almost every day. And it's a positive goal. They can, whatever it is, being a top salesman, feeding a colony of cats, or buying a house, starting a business, whatever your goal is, working on your business, whatever your goal is. If you work towards that goal every day, it's subjective whether the goal is a worthwhile goal or not. You know, but whatever your goal is, if you work towards that goal every day, then you're a winner. Right? If you don't, if you sleep in every day, if you wait for lightning to strike, if you wait for inspiration to strike, then you're not really a winner. If you talk trash about it, you got people that do. And so I lived around crappy people. My neighborhood in Hawaii off of Keppel Lane, hey, there's Sassy, was the most ghetto neighborhood at all. It was all like illegal immigrants from Micronesia and the Philippines. And those type of people would never wake up at 5 a.m. unless they absolutely had to, right? And so instead of giving me any credit, like, oh, at least he wakes up every day at 5 a.m., they just like made themselves feel better by saying, oh, he must stay up all night, you know? And they look in the mirror and they see somebody, the only way that they're gonna wake up at 5 a.m. is if they stay up all night, right? And so to make themselves feel better, they'll just say that. Or just like I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't do any drugs. I quit smoking pot 35 days ago. That's the only thing that I did do for years. So I'm a cleaner and a straight edge, you know, edger, whatever they're called. So it's like, you know, people are running out of shit to invent. You know, it's like getting kind of ridiculous. Like, you know, I haven't done drugs since the 90s, you know, and yeah, I used cannabis for a long time and it was my crutch, but I haven't done that for, you know, almost 2 months. So it's like, you know, people are gonna like try to like push down. And just like I was talking about Hulk Hogan, like he donated $300,000 a year to sick kids. Hulk Hogan granted more Make-A-Wishes in the 1980s than any other human on earth. You know, the Make-A-Wish Foundation for sick children. Speaking of cats, Hulk Hogan also rescued cats, you know, and it's like, you know, and people want to judge him for one bad thing, one bad night. You know, he does like, you know, just oozes positivity his whole life, like inspired millions. Like when he graduated high school, he was like an overweight child and he lost the weight and he became Hulk Hogan. Queen Tina, thank you. And in the process, hey, Jeannie Louise Cox, thanks for reading and writing that essay about my book, Gonzo Education. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you for that essay. Thank you for the review I saw on Amazon. If you guys didn't know, I wrote a book called Gonzo Education, and it's one of the highest rated books on Amazon. The haters hate to hear that, but it's true. You know, the haters like, oh, you're homeless or you're on drugs. Nope, don't do drugs. Nope, not homeless. Hey, go to the library. You ever read a book? Read my book. You know, if you want to know about me instead of making shit up, go to your local public library and check out Gonzo Education, my first book. Success breeds haters. I guess that's true. Oh, thanks, Jenny Louise Cox. Well, I'm going to do an audio version soon. You know, people seem to like the sound of my voice. So I've been meaning to set that up. You know, I love reading out loud anyways. So, but yeah, we got these guys fed. We got them some fresh water. And this big BBC is what I call this guy. He's so friendly. I'll bring some Vaseline tomorrow morning, and we'll get some Vaseline on his nose there. But yeah, man, you know, I guess, yeah, success breeds haters, but it's even, you look at somebody like Hulk Hogan, I'm never going to be as good and as positive as him, you know, and as good a person. If people are able to talk trash about him, somebody like him, like, people are going to always talk trash about me, even after I'm gone, I guess, you know, so I guess it's just something you got to deal with. So these 3 cats, they're all friendly, and they're well fed, so I guess, you know, most of the people around here seem nice. Unlike the pizza cats, this is the only one he's skinny. I call him skinny, but he's eating today. So, all right, guys. All right, cats. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. I'm glad you got some food and waters. I'll be back tomorrow morning. It's okay. All right. So thanks for watching, everybody. YouTube, TikTok. Thanks for watching. These cats appreciate it. And I made some popular videos today on Instagram. You know, I get like 500,000 views every month on Instagram, almost 500,000. So check out those videos. I wrote 2 essays today on Instagram as well. So when you get a chance, do that. And once again, thank you, Jenny Louise Cox. She ordered a copy of Gonzo Education, my first book, and she left a verified review. And believe it or not, that's actually the best way to help these cats. Because everything I get, I'm going to give back to these cats. One day I open a cat sanctuary in Hawaii and a cat sanctuary in Texas. And I'll have somewhere to bring all these sweet guys. So thanks for watching. We got some thunder. Pretty ominous. And I'll talk to you guys later. Join me tomorrow morning at sunrise at 5 a.m. We'll feed pizza cats and these cats shortly after. Aloha.